friends, how you doing? It's Dr. Terza. Thank you for coming back to my channel here on Living Life on Purpose, 1,000 Seeds. If it's your first time here, welcome. Thanks for watching my videos. And if you are a returner, welcome back. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Don't forget to like some of my videos, watch some previous videos if you haven't had a chance to. So I welcome you and thanks for being here with me. So this is part one of a 3-part series that I'm doing on my trip to Portugal. And you would think that it's like I was in Portugal for a month, or no, I was just there for a long weekend, but I did so much and there was so much footage that I caught and so much that I wanted to talk about that I didn't want to make a really long video, which is why I'm doing this in parts. I wanted to talk about my walking tour of Lisbon, which is this video, and then the next video will be about my visit to Sintra, and then I want to introduce you to my tour guide Carlos, who was absolutely amazing, and he'll tell you more of what you can do in Lisbon if you just have a few days just like I did. I fell in love, and I really think that Sintra is what did it in terms of the relationship with the colonizer. Lisbon had me a great time. I was there, like, you know, I was like, okay, Portugal, I see what you're working with. But once I got to Sintra, the deal was done, honey. I was like, I'm in love, I'm moving, this is my next home. But then I remembered I have a husband and kids. They wasn't gonna go for that. So yeah, my relationship with Portugal and its people is a little complicated. You know, I'm Cape Verdean, and Portugal is my colonizer. It's the country that colonized Cape Verde, and you know, Cape Verde is a very young country and gained our independence from Portugal in 1975. So I've had this sort of like complex relationship with the colonizer. I don't know if I would call it a relationship, but I think this trip sort of made things a little bit better, and I think we're sort of transforming this relationship or this engagement, this entanglement that I'm in with the colonizer, right? So, as many of you know, I'm a political scientist. I know a lot about the history of colonization, colonialism, and I also know the current treatment of Africans in Portugal, right? So it's not that great, and the way that many Cape Verdeans live in Portugal and do not have access to resources, may not have the employment opportunities that Portuguese folks have, and the racism and so on and so forth. So I'm still, you know, I feel a little salty about things like that, as I should, not only as a social scientist, but also as a Cape Verdean, to see my people anywhere and Black people anywhere being mistreated. I will also talk more about the history of Portugal, as well as the Portuguese people's personalities from the perspective of Carlos, and how history plays a part into that. Having that conversation with him, given that he's a historian and a philosopher, not just a trained tour guide, it really opened my eyes. Just think differently about Portuguese people and not just think about the Portuguese Empire. So we had a really honest and real and truthful conversation, and from that came this change of mind of mine in this entanglement that I happen to be in with the colonizer. So when I've gone to Portugal, most of the time, and I've been there a few times, right? And so when I go there, I go to visit family, and I go where they take me. I've never really had a chance to just sit by myself or even explore what I wanted to explore. And so in this trip, I said, you know what, I'm going to do things a little bit different, and I am going to go to Portugal with a mindset of doing what I want to do and explore the city of Lisbon and anything else that I'm able to explore, to see if I could sort of change my mind and feel better about this entanglement that I'm in with the state of Portugal. After being in Cape Verde for a couple of weeks and being with family, I needed some time to sort of get over what all of that means. You know, family can be complicated as much as you love them and they love you. And I needed some time to just unwind and be by myself. And that's exactly what I did with this trip. I had scheduled tours for both Saturday and Sunday. I decided to cancel Saturday's organized tour. I was feeling tired, and in honoring living life on purpose and just really listening to my body, I decided that I wanted to wake up whenever my body wanted to wake up, and I just wanted to relax and not be on a schedule. And that's where the idea of the self-guided walking tour came from. I said, you know what, T, get up when you want to and then embark on this journey. So I was told that Portugal is a very safe country, or I should say Lisbon is a very safe city to walk around. And so I had my reservations about that, right? Because ultimately I'm still a Black woman walking the streets of Europe. So I said, you know, I'm just going to be cautious and walk around during the day and be aware of my surroundings. But a few friends who live in Portugal, who travel there all the time, said, you know, girl, you good, just walk around and enjoy yourself. And I did that, and it was amazing, I have to say. From seeing the oldest bookstore in the world, from 1732, and you'll see that too. It was absolutely fantastic, you know, stopping at the cafes and people watching, doing all the things that I enjoy doing, and just being in silence and just listening to the sound of the city. That was really special to me. And that's really all I needed to do. And of course, you know, I did some shopping. The food was amazing, grilled chicken, of Portugal, the narrow streets, cobblestones. It's so gorgeous. I definitely, you know, it's 10 out of 10. I would recommend. So I stayed at Hotel Chiado, which is in the Chiado neighborhood in Lisbon. It's very much in the center of it all, where a bunch of shops and cafes. There was just a lot of action there. And I totally recommend this boutique style hotel that my good friend Jolie Moniz at Avontade Tours planned and executed for me. She's amazing. Shout out to Jolie and her company. She does a great job at curating all of the experiences. I do have to say that the food at the hotel was top tier. The customer service at the hotel was extremely amazing. The folks were so nice. From when I was getting ready to check in and they saw me struggling with my suitcases because I was coming from Cape Verde with all of the goodies, running, they ran to the door and helped me with my suitcase, both on the way in and on the way out from my ride share. To just the people on the streets, actually a few folks smiled at me and I smiled back. Customer service in the restaurants as well as in the shops, I was quite impressed. I think it's because I decided to be open-minded and I said, you know what, why don't you just try to be nice and see what people do. had me a great time. It was such a great decision to just get lost in Lisbon. Make sure that you check back for the second installment of this series, which will be my day trip to Sintra. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on the other 2 videos of this series or any other videos that I've got coming up soon.